Hello everybody and welcome to episode 1 of the beginner guide to Roblox scripting, and this is going to be just an episode starting what is a script and how to use it and what are they for, what do they do, and whatnot. This is assuming you know how to use Studio. I'm not really going to explain that. I'm assuming you know how to use Studio and how to play and stuff like that. If you don't know, go figure it out and then come back. So to start off, what is a script? A script in the most simple sense is something that the Roblox engine runs, and that's it. That's all a script is. It's just something that the Roblox engine runs when you play a game. So if you run Jailbreak, if you play Phantom Forces, anything, what's happening is when you join a game, the Roblox engine goes through all the scripts they have and runs them from top to bottom. That's all they do. So let's go to create a script. Go to server script service. Go to script. And then you can see you'll make a script. Congratulations. Okay. Now you can see the first command is print. And you could change this to whatever you want. You could say hello there, General Kenobi, and whatnot. In fact, I'll add that just so you understand. Hit run. There we go. It's in the output. Because as we said before, Roblox, when you start a game, looks through one of these folders that can run scripts, which in this case is this one, finds a script and runs it. And in this case, print is just a way of putting something in the output. You can put anything there. You could change this to whatever you want. Print just puts something in the output. So another thing to note is it goes from top to bottom. So if I make this another one that says the bold one, you would see, I hit play, that's second, because scripts go from top to bottom. So it goes the first line and the second line. And in the output, you could see it reflects that. It goes first line, second line. All scripts do that. All scripts run from top to bottom, and that's a very important thing to understand. So Roblox has different data types for each thing. So there's 3 main data types we can focus on now. So there's strings, which are just text. Yeah, you can think of them as text, which they're text. So they're just quotation marks, which you see, with text inside. Text here, any text you want. Then there's numbers, which are just numbers, you know, not much to explain there. You could be 52 and then decimals of like 0.34. And booleans. And booleans are true or false values. True or false. It could be true or false, just those 2, that's it. So each one is pretty useful. So for strings, that can be used all over the place. For example, sending a message to a player that's customized, you'd want a string that the player can make, so it's text. And then say you want a warning that says, oh, you have to sell your item, you need a string because it's text. Or say you want to, there's many applications you could think of when using strings. And booleans is true or false right here. And that could be stuff that's on or off, like a toggle switch, like music. So if you have a setting that toggles music on and off, that would be a boolean because it's true on or false off. There's a lot of different values you can do from that. The final one is numbers, which by themselves, you can't really think of a lot of stuff. You can maybe think of numbers that stay the same, that don't do much. But what numbers do, and they're very important, is with math operations, and you could do stuff with them. So Roblox by default has 4 different math operations. Plus, minus, mistype that, minus, multiplication, and division. The 4 basic ones that we use a lot. And these are the symbols for them. Plus, subtraction, multiplication, and / division. So, if we want to multiply 2 values together, we do 25 times, which is the asterisk, 5, and that's 25 times 5. You could do minus 5, divided by 5, plus 10. You could do many things with that. And you could you could do them to each other. You could do 25 plus 10 divided by 10. Multiplied by 70, and it's going to do this math calculation for you. And that's very important, that's very powerful, because you could do many things with that. For example, say you want to give a ×2 game pass. You would have a multiplier that gets any gold they get. Say they kill a goblin, you would do the amount of loot they get ×2 using this multiplication thing. Math is very powerful and very useful in scripting, so you gotta get this in your head right now, because you're going to need a lot of it. So that's the basics of using math in Roblox and the data types. Very simple. If you don't understand it, you could watch it a few times, but just think about the data types and using math on them. To recap, we have a script. What is a script? It's a script that runs code inside Roblox using the engine from top to bottom. In these scripts, we can run commands using different data types, such as strings, which is just text, numbers, which are numbers and can be decimals of any kind, and booleans, which can be true or false, which are good for like toggling stuff. Now, numbers can be used in math operations, naturally. So Roblox provides 4 math operations of plus, minus, multiplication, and division, which you can add on to numbers and multiply and add them together and divide by them. For a challenge, I'm going to give you a formula up on screen for the volume of a pyramid. I want you to use that formula, and I'll give you a length of 5, width of 2, and a height of 3, and you can plug them into Roblox and use the mathematical operations to get the volume of the pyramid. In the next video, I'll be a solution for it, and I'll explain how I got to that. See you in the next video.